channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what to do if you are stuck at home during quarantine. People have been going through depression and anxiety, just being taken out of their normal routine and just having to deal with the new normal. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about things that you can do at home to kind of help you ease your mind and take your mind off of things that are currently going on in the world. So without further ado, let's roll this tape. I do have a list of things that I wrote down so I don't forget anything that I'm just going to highlight as we go through the video. Now, I know it's been really hard for so many people ever since, the coronavirus pandemic started. It's just been hard on so many people. I mean, I've heard on the news, people that have taken their lives because they're dealing with depression, anxiety, just so much uncertainty and not knowing, what the future holds. So what to do if you're stuck at home during quarantine? The first thing that I have written down is checking up on your friends. It's very important to always check in with people, call them to see how they're doing. You never know what people are going through. You never know the impact the pandemic has had on different people. Everyone is different and everyone is handling it in the best way that they think they can. So just check up on people, because as the pandemic worsens, mental health awareness just becomes more prominent every day. So it's just important to check in on people, see how they're doing, create chat sessions with your friends. I know my friends and I always check in every month or maybe twice a month. We have a FaceTime session and we drink wine and just talk about what everyone is going through. It's just nice to have that support system because it helps you get through, these tough times. All right, so the second piece that I have written down is jump-starting a hobby that you probably have been pushing to the side for so long, something that you've always thought about starting. So perhaps starting a YouTube channel, if that's something that's always been in your mind, you're kind of scared, you don't know how to start, you didn't have the right time, it wasn't the right timing when you thought about the idea. Now is the perfect time to, start those hobbies, start pursuing goals that you always put in the back burner because you never had time because of life. I mean, work, family, things get in the way and they kind of prohibit you from pursuing your goals, your personal goals. So this is the perfect time to kind of go back and, look at your goals and start pursuing things that you always wanted to pursue. So I know in my situation, I'm always on the go when it comes to personal goals. I'm always pushing myself to just aim higher and just because my long-term goal is to be successful, like straight up. So I'm always looking for, things that can help me, things that I'm interested in that can help me just keep my mind stimulated and keep going and thinking of creative ideas to just create. So I know this is the perfect time for me to kind of do research on my channel and just see what's working, what's not working on my blog as well. So take this time to really tap into your gifts that you have and just kind of have them shine and maybe polish them during this time. Okay, so the third piece is find educational documentaries on Netflix. So I honestly never used to have a Netflix account until the pandemic happened. Like seriously, I never used to have Netflix. I remember being that cable girl, like, oh, I'm gonna watch my saved shows. I have my reality shows. But now I'm always watching Netflix. It's insane. But Netflix has so many documentaries that are just, they're very engaging. I recently stumbled upon a whole bunch of cooking documentaries and now all I want to watch is cooking documentaries. It's crazy. So you just go into Netflix, start browsing to see what documentaries they have on there. Look for documentaries that pique your interest, or documentaries that focus on your hobbies. So if you like cooking, if you like travel, if you like home decor, there's so much stuff that you can look into that can help you just keep your mind off of things, just help you get by throughout the day, things that you can learn. There's so many documentaries on Netflix, there's so many shows that you can binge watch, movies, you name it. And if you don't have a Netflix account, that's okay, because I never used to have one either. So I asked my brother, who had a friend who had Netflix. I know it's kind of ghetto. So his friend gave him the password and my brother gave me the password. But after, you know, I watched this, what was the first show that I watched during the beginning of the pandemic? Oh yeah, I think it was Narcos, the one that had Pablo Escobar in it. Girl, I was binge watching Narcos day and night. Watched this show, and then midway watching the show, the Netflix account stopped working. So I asked my brother, what's going on? And he told me his friend had changed the password. So I was like, okay, I'm not about to, you know, ask my brother to ask his friend to give us a new password. Like, how cheap can you be? I was like, no, it's just seriously $10 a month. It's not even a big deal. I'm just going to open my own account and be the owner of my account with my own password. So that's what I did. So I created my account, and ever since then, I'm hooked. So there's so many streaming services aside from Netflix. You can check out Hulu, Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is just killing the streaming game. I mean, there's so many good shows. It's absurd. I mean, it's shockingly good. And I've watched probably 2 shows on Amazon Prime. So Amazon Prime has some amazing shows. So check it out as well. And if you have cable, I'm sure there's so many shows on there as well. So many movies. You're gonna be kept busy if you're a TV person. All right, the next point that I have done is really dear to me because it's all me every day. So what I have done is going on Pinterest and creating mood boards for your next milestones in life. So what I mean by this is if you are getting married in the near future, or if you're planning on buying a house, or if you're planning on, if you're with child and you have a baby, you can go on Pinterest and create a mood board for a nursery. If you're planning your next big trip as a family, as a couple, or a solo trip to Europe perhaps, specifically Italy, you can go on Pinterest and start looking up places to go in Italy, nice pictures to take when in Italy, where to take pictures in Italy, like attractive places to visit, so many things that you can start creating on this mood board. That way when your trip comes up, you know, you're not fidgeting around and trying to do things last minute. You already have your plan laid out and you know where you want to go, you know where you want to take pictures, you know what kind of pictures you want to take. It's just a nice way to kind of prepare you and excite you for your next adventure. And also this helps you clear your mind off of what's currently going on. Now, I use Pinterest for so many things. It's actually crazy. If I have something coming up, like when we were about to get an apartment, I went on Pinterest and I created a mood board to just get inspiration for the apartment. The wedding, I created a mood board for the wedding. That was a no-brainer. I created a mood board for the wedding just to get inspiration, just to get ideas on what I want. And also when I talked to vendors, it was easy for me to convey those ideas to them because I had a mood board for them to kind of reference. So it's just a nice way to have something there to look at and get inspiration. So just think about that. If you don't have a Pinterest account, it's seriously easy to create, and it's just a good way. Pinterest is the best way to get inspiration. And it also helps you save money. For example, if you're buying a house and you don't have the budget for an interior designer, just go on Pinterest and start typing in ideas that you have. For example, you can go on Pinterest and type in ideas for modern house, ideas for rustic house, ideas for modern kitchen, ideas for an easy minimalistic kitchen or minimalistic bedroom. You will find so many ideas on Pinterest, and then you can just start to, you know, put them in different categories on your mood board. And then, you know, you'll start putting things together piece by piece. And then before you know it, you have an entire vision for your house. And all you have to do is just bring it to life. There you go. You don't even need to get an interior designer. Doing all that will seriously keep your mind off of the current situation. You'll be able to just keep yourself busy and just get through this gruesome pandemic that we're all dealing with. Another thing that I do have down is if you are living with family, so you're living at home, you can do spontaneous things like cooking together. You could do things like watching movies together. You could have game nights together. When I still lived at home, actually, this was last year during the beginning of the pandemic, Survivor was on. So when does Survivor come on? I think Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, whenever it comes on. Every day it came on, Joey and I would go out, buy ingredients, and cook pizza from scratch for the whole family. It was kind of a tradition we started out of nowhere. One day we just decided to cook pizza, and it happened to be on the day that Survivor was premiering. So we cooked this pizza. My brother and sister were there, and we just started devouring this pizza. And ever since then, every week we started cooking pizza on the day Survivor came on. So it was just a nice way to kind of come together and just, you know, spend quality time together while watching a show that we all loved. So you can do that with your family members. Also, if you're living with your partner, you can do similar things. You can have date nights together and just cook together, just kind of speak each other's love language, because that will help, you know, strengthen your relationship. It will help build a stronger bond between you two. Also, just use this time to work on your relationships, try to mend them, try to fix things that haven't been working, things that you've been ignoring just because, you know, everyone has a busy schedule and you're just in and out of the house. Now is the time to deal with all those issues that you've been sweeping under the rug. I do know that so many people have been saying that the pandemic has actually ruined marriages and relationships, which is, I'm not gonna say it's odd. I mean, every couple is different, but I feel like this is a time where you and your partner just need to come together and talk about these issues and try to build on that relationship that you started, and look at the things that made you come together as a couple and just kind of hone on those things and strengthen the relationship. I do know for our relationship, it's just been the same. I mean, nothing has really changed. It's just nice to see each other more frequently than we did before. So every relationship is different. So just use this time to kind of evaluate your relationships and see where they stand. Lastly, if you're dealing with depression, anxiety, you have suicide thoughts, you know, your mind is just so clogged with these dark and negative thoughts and stressors, try to do things that kind of help ease your mind, things that just kind of put you in a place of zen. For example, you can go on YouTube and find yoga and meditation videos that will kind of help calm your mind down, just put you in a better place, just help you get rid of those negative thoughts and just replace them with positive thoughts. Meditation videos are so helpful, meditation audiobooks, yoga channels. You can look up yoga channels on YouTube. Those are things that will help you kind of just relax and be in a better place mentally. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, mental health is real. I mean, it's just mental health awareness just gets more sound as the pandemic just gets worse. And so it's just important to take care of yourself and take care of those that you love. Check in on people. You never know what they're going through. I know we're all dealing with this pandemic in different ways. You know, some people are loving just staying home and not having to see their colleagues and their boss. And some people are just dying to go back out in the real world. So everyone is taking it differently. Just find coping skills and find things to do at home that will just help you get through it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, drop some comments, love the video, like it, whatever. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.